Back.
Got it.
So sorry about that, guys.
Wow.
There we go. So sorry about the quick freaking on and off. Alright, so here we go. Yes, I see. We also still have our challenge. Don't forget. That's happening for sure. So it is definitely still a thing. Still do that. But I want to say we have a special guest today. So Patrick is going to be on here in a second, half an hour. So Patrick Golden and I did a show together last week. He was hosting, and it was great. We had a good time. There was the woman tried to come up on stage. Really wasn't up on stage. It was just stage. It was just the floor kind of thing, you know. So it's like she didn't really try to. Should we live chat replay? Is there a live chat replay? I didn't know that. Why not? Let's do it. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome. What am I doing? Yeah, it smells so good. Love the way it smells. So I'm gonna you guys are here for now. So hey, this is horrible. My nails look right now. Oh, I guess the music went out. Hang on. It's just so annoying that I did this. I make eggs and I really like some of this stuff is not. Hi, good morning. What? Oh, I know why. It's echoing? I can't take this anymore. Should be. I have my screen on and I don't recognize it. Huh. I don't. Is it echoing still? Testing. I just did a whole recording with this. I don't understand. Literally just recorded. Why is this happening? Okay. I don't know why it's echoing. It shouldn't be. Do I have the screen somewhere that I'm not aware of? Sorry guys. Terribly. Oh, man, come on. What the fuck? I'm gonna have to come
don't know why it's echoing. So annoying.
Did it stop? I'm gonna stop now. Should have stopped now. Stop. Yeah. I don't know why that was doing that. That was like a. Should have stopped now. Hey, I stink. Stop now. Every fucking morning there's a sound cue problem. I'm tired of it. I'm like cursing at my own stuff. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It looks on a good day. Yeah, I got my Nirvana shirt. Well, it's not mine. It's my boyfriend's. I'm gonna get it back to him. You should really, Thank you for that. I appreciate you. We are interviewing Patrick Golden is going to be on. I used to believe women were smarter than men and that women go through stages like a teenager. Oh, wow. I have not been on Kill Tony yet, but I hope to be on. This is the one you want to be on, Madison Square Garden. So I'm trying, I'm signing up tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. So I'm gonna, just prepare to be in the city tomorrow all day. And I am probably gonna get there hopefully by 1 o'clock. Manifest, Gene, yes! I was on Twitch last night too, we were talking a little bit about it. My boyfriend was helping me last night with my interview questions, which I have the opportunity to obviously make more jokes right in that interview section, and so it was helping me better understand. I was literally thinking of, well, I don't have any fun facts, and like he was saying, steer the conversation into more material, not so much you have to have a fun fact, you know? Okay. I'm just gonna put this on, so I gotta get going here. I want to have an egg. That's some protein. You're not lying. We also have our challenge, don't forget. I don't think Oki Grower was a fan of this. He wrote me some messages yesterday about it. I'm for it. If you want to continue flex, go for it. Oh, here's the ability where if you want to put the if you want to have any like flex, planks, challenge, jumping jacks, you can do that in our little challenge bucket here. If you see it right here, see? Nothing wrong with that. You want to see it faster than when I get to 100 jumping jacks. So, good morning. And then you said, yeah. I think Boston Billy's still here. Should sound good. Still haven't figured out what the issue is with Google Meet. I can't take my microphone out of the Meet. Figure that out another time. Before tomorrow with my Canon, because I have my Canon coming on tomorrow. Good morning, Carlos. I don't know what I'm not really wearing like my, well, this is workout gear, but I haven't worn my got a booking yesterday. Got a booking. I got a booking. Private. There you go. Maybe this is where we have to start the live stream so that I'm not doing too many things at once. Should we do eggs or yogurt? Feeling yogurt. What do you guys think? Eggs or yogurt? Definitely use some protein. This is the last of the butter in my house, so. What's up, everybody? Alright, tomorrow I'm signing up for Kill Tony at Madison Garden this morning. I've been practicing my interview questions and how to direct it back to material, the things I want to talk about. I was having this conversation with John last night about it, and it helps a lot because though I'm still a little. I mean, I see his point. Like, you can definitely steer it and win the interview. It's very simple. It's just, definitely well. Fun fact about me: I didn't even think I could say I was a bartender as a fun fact, and we were talking about. That's exactly what I can do by going into the material. I was a bartender in college and a shop girl, and I just poured straight shots of liquor down people's throat and got tips. Then I had to go back to the same bar, bartending as a single mom in my 30s. It was not the same. I had to deal with really drunk girls that had Botox and lip filler, and I was really stressed out, but I did it. I made green. No, see, that's not it. That's not. What's Kill Tony is a show, #1 podcast, comedy podcast, like in the world. See how I'm. So basically, my boyfriend was helping me stay on track with how I can get more material out. However, fun fact about me was I was a bartender in college, and then I went back to the same bar as an adult, as a single parent, to serve those same college kids, and it became very disastrous. Like, I would have to make shots I didn't know how to make, and I ended up telling off a lot of the customers because they would just piss me off, you know. Like, a girl would come in and be like, "Hey, can I get 5 green tea shots?" And it was busy and she was drunk, so one time I just told her, like, just take a shot of Jameson. Here's a free shot. And she's like, "Yeah, I don't like the way that tastes." And I was like, "Well, you're drunk and you probably have a dick down your throat in an hour. You think that's gonna taste good?" The manager did not like that, but still was an experience. So basically, that's the way I'm going to bring up my material through the interview questions. I don't know if John's listening, but he will listen to this eventually, but like, that's how I'm gonna practice right now with the interview part. Until I broke the rules, my life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. I feel like maybe I had like you guys, if you want to be flex, we have challenges. If you want jumping jacks early, there you go, right there. Patrick might have one too. If Patrick does it with us. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, do you know if you don't watch Kill Tony, then you should because it's a great show. Love me like I love myself. Love it when she smile at me. White teeth with a heart of gold. Now I'ma put a diamond in it. Ring, 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 ring. Love calling me. Ring like the camera is free. When she calling me. Ring, 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 ring. Love calling me. Ain't gon' be a minute. Do they? Stay down for me. Eyes closed, arms out. Flying. Red Bull, baby, give me wings. Pilot. Girl, I know your voice. Sound like love calling me. So that's boyfriend. Like making me, I know it's kind of corny and it's probably like cringe when I say this, but he's just every day, like when he shows his like his love language, I think is acts of service. I know he doesn't believe in that. I think every time he just like there's always around the corner a moment where he surprises me of even how more like of just a great person he is. I hope I do that for him. I'm just saying, like, you know, he probably thought I was crazy when I first started dating him, like, all the issues I had. I'm not saying I had all those issues, but I'm saying, like, I don't know, just, he has renewed my faith in people. That's what I was saying. He has renewed my faith in people. Specifically, Hey, what's up, Edwin? You saw the Jonas Brothers last night. How were they? Woo. Look. That's cute. I've been very good, Edwin. Because you're spelling my name right and everything. We have Patrick, Golden coming on. Patrick is a stand-up comic. I was on a show last week. We're going to talk about the woman who tried to almost attack us. Right. Coffee. Did I put the bread? That's one leg. Now, do I leave the Nirvana shirt on for the interview? What do you guys think? Well, we have challenges you can do for Streamlab tips. Those challenges are specifically for the Streamlab tips. So Super Chat's don't count. Just a heads up. Let's get for the butter, everybody. So, as you can see, there you go. I also like strawberry jelly or preserves with my oats. It's very not taste. gonna ask me that, but I told you that's the thing, is the wings. I love chicken wings. And I always ask for extra blue cheese. That is. I'm also a single parent with primary cook. No, I can't do that. I can't bash my I'm a woman with a baby daddy? I don't know. You know what I mean? Your wife, your brother love watching you? Really? Thank you. I don't know why he would ask me that though. Why would he ask me about that, like specifically? I don't do any jokes about dating black men. I do joke about dating Hispanic men, but my boyfriend is also not Hispanic, so we talked about that last night. Thank you for subscribing, Pete. Kel? Thank you. Even your best friend Reggie. That's great. Thank you for following the show. And like I should have this here, so you guys can see me better, right? Eating? Is that better? You can see. Oh, it is yummy. Like I said, I like to have the toast on the egg. The egg on the toast. So, one of my hobbies is doing daily live streaming on YouTube. And doing 100 jumping jacks once we get to 100 likes. I'm not gonna say it like that, John. Don't worry. I'm just gonna. I also have to find more ways to get my material out. So, like, when I'm talking about my family, I think specifically like the old school Italian morals I was raised to believe in, like, when somebody fucks with you, you never fuck with them again, like that kind of shit. Like, the big part is my mom. Like, I do my mom in my set, like, Michelle. My mom just actually did better this morning. She'll be like, they recalled spinach. And like, it really happened now. So I was like, fuck, man, my mom's right this whole time. Patrick Golden's coming on in 15 minutes. Tomorrow we have Mike Cannon. Name your favorite Nirvana song. Smells Like Teen Spirit. If you had to go to any concert this month, if you could only go to one concert, what would be the concert be and why? If you had like you had just enough for one concert ticket, right? I don't know how much y'all spend on concert tickets, but before I met my boyfriend, I wasn't spending any kind of concert tickets. I was not a necessity, so I wouldn't go. And now, obviously, I want to do as many things together with each other. Good catch she was keen on, but I want to go see Pink. I've been wanting to go see Pink for a long time, but she's not touring, so screw that. But Pink is one. I want to see Ludacris, Teddy Swift. Cardi B, but she already toured. I would go to any concert with my boyfriend, like that's why I don't care, but I don't. Before I met him, I wasn't going to any. Except like when I was in my early 20s, like late teens and stuff. Free mommy. Which caused me a disservice, because now my daughter doesn't want to go to concerts because I never really introduced them to her. Damn it. Good morning, United States Marine. Hello. Welcome, guys. We're interviewing Patrick in 10 minutes. We're gearing up for Kill Tony this week. Signing up. Good morning, Corey. We got this going on today, so if you guys want to see some challenges or stretches earlier, Flex Cam for the Flex. $10 jumping jacks. Not $10 jumping jacks, but it's like, I figured everyone always asked me to flex, so let's make it fun. You want me to flex on command? Here you go. Jumping jack on command? There you go. The link for the challenge is right in the pinned comment section, just so you know. Graham, what's up, Graham? So I was thinking, like, what if I get picked? I said to John, like, do I tell them, like, oh, one fun fact is that I like to do, like, I do high kicks. Or actually, I just will say on my live stream I do high kicks. Fuck it. I mean, but I'm definitely not doing the high kick during my set. My daughter also thinks it's cringe when I do a high kick, so I have to come to it. I was just doing it because I was excited, but I have to kind of scale back a little bit. I think, not that I can't get excited being on stage, but I want to go into jokes. Like, maybe I can do the high kick when I'm talking about how hyper I am. Like, I'm a hyper person. Like, I used to come on stage and just high kick and be like, that's it, I'm gonna be the funniest high kicker. And it's like, alright, well, what if you I pulled a muscle once and then I couldn't get out of bed. Were those my tights or leggings? Coffee, everybody, tastes delicious. Hey! Honestly, I just love your cadence. Why are we podcasting? Thank you. You can do splits of 51? That's great. We're gonna get set up over at my desk. Interviewing Patrick. It's still a little bit. So I'm just testing it. It still sounds like I think. Yeah, I don't know. We have Mike Cannon that's coming on tomorrow, and we have I am gonna do behind the scenes of Kill Tony. like, not of Kill Tony, but I'm talking like on the show. Let's manifest that. No, maybe behind the scenes of waiting online. Get a vibe for the kind of atmosphere that it is. I mean, in Austin, honestly, if you have it easy because you just have to wait. If you want, you sign up, and then you just come back. I think 2 hours for 1 hour for the show. No, not even. You come back at the time of the show, and then they do the pull. So it's not. Yes. Well, if you want a high kick, you got to donate into the challenge bucket, which is pinned. I don't think I have high kicks on there, but we could do them. I'm also just doing high kicks right now because they just stretch. But if you guys want it on command, you got to send something over. Just because we have the chat sometimes controlling the challenges. Oh. So in Austin, you could like I remember I signed up, I came back, signed up, we walked to get Starbucks, and I went back, and then we just waited. And it was a comfortable space to wait. You can drink and wait, like, but I don't want to do that. Now you at Madison Square Garden, I don't think they posted it yet of where everybody's going to be waiting. Let's see if they have. Let's see. Here it is. I have Tony Hinchcliffe. This is my boyfriend's t-shirt. Yes. Alright, so they have not posted anything about where the sign up would be yet. So let me look and see. No, they don't have it. Let's see what this says. I killed Tony. But they're supposed to post it. Yeah, they're supposed to post it the day of on their Instagram. There's a lot of Kill Tonys. Hang on. No, there's nothing there. It says. Here it is. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not going to start time at all, even after paying for a stream. Alright, so you get to. Will it be on Kill Tony? Oh, okay. So basically, it lasts till August 29th. You can watch the stream. He has his own streaming service. That's pretty cool. Hi, we're talking about tomorrow, waiting online. Morning jumping jacks. Let's go. If you want morning jumping jacks, here you go. This is what it is. $10 for 10 jumping jacks. I'll throw in 20 for $10. Let's do it. But you have to send it through the link in the chat, which is pinned. And when we get to 100 likes, we also do 100 jumping jacks. But if you want it then, but earlier, you can control what challenges I do. All right, so I'm trying to also see if they put up. Oh, here it is. Will we know about sign-ups soon? Thanks for your consideration and time. Nothing. Time. Nothing. Where are we at? Where's the sign-up? What's going on? Nothing. How come people are writing notes on there? Like, why would you waste the energy to do that? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start to transition back to our desk so we get the ball rolling. Here, people are asking, does anybody know what the bucket sign-up is? Okay. Here it is. Okay, someone wrote on Ella Melanie, she's a comic, I don't know her, but I was looking at her profile for the question. No, so he's not doing it on YouTube. He has it on his site that it's going to be streamed through his own streaming service. That it's going to be streamed through. Watch both nights of Kill Tony exclusively at Kill BigTonyLive.com. So that's where you can watch it. And then I looked up. Let's see, where is it? Does anyone know where the sign up is? They're going. You find out day of, but essentially line up behind MSG and wait. Now, there's multiple sides outside of Madison Square Garden. Which side? Is it off the platform from the Metro? Find out day of. I don't know who VJ is. Let's see who VJ is. Let me see who VJ is. Okay. So VJ's a comic too. First time my name will be the bucket. Alright, let's see. You let me walk out. So I'm trying to think, who's this guy who's writing on his comments? I think this guy's gonna be on the show. Pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like he is. He's with J-Pow. G-Pow. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna follow this guy back. Sweet. Should also get clips to upload here so you get more traffic and new fans. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm gonna do a live stream from the line, 100%. The only thing is though, I have to also watch my battery, so I'm gonna bring my laptop and my old laptop and just stream, and then also like plug it in there if I need to. So I'm gonna follow this guy. Hit that like button. Don't forget. Alright, we got it. Let's go interview Patrick. We're gonna move you guys over to we're gonna move over to my bedroom. All the interviews happen. And methods. So, we're gonna do this for now. I don't know how my boyfriend does it so perfectly with the cat camera, but I can't. It's annoying. He does it like perfect and it stays. I'm making everybody fucking seasick. I'm gonna leave my Nirvana shirt, my boyfriend's Nirvana shirt on. For this, alright, so it looks like Patrick should be in second. Don't forget. Start, alright, here we go. I just hope it works. Remember, we did a sound check, but it was not working. Patrick's on the call. Right, Patrick. Can you hear me?
Still? Are we still good?
We are good. Welcome everybody, Patrick Golden.
It's good to be here. Hi everybody. Here on the interwebs.
All right, so so here's what's happening too. We got Patrick, we got 112 viewers right now on the stream, which is great. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my monitor. So there you go. Look at that. Are you a Nirvana fan?
Yeah.
Now,
what did you just do? I feel like you just like.
I zoomed in on my big forehead. No, it's because I'm zooming in on our screen. I have a webcam, that's why I'm zooming in on myself. But I am. Let me ask you, Patrick. All right, hang on, because I have Patrick muted and no one heard his answers. So, I have to mute you every time. There's some technical difficulties I'm still figuring out with Streamlabs, and my boyfriend told me how to fix it, and I couldn't fix it because I can't take the microphone off. But I want Patrick to tell, yay or nay, do you think I know songs from Nirvana?
You knowing songs? Yeah, you know songs from Nirvana. Yay.
I love Patrick has faith. I do know some, but this is actually my boyfriend's t-shirt. So I'm a phony, I'm a fake. I'm not a diehard.
You know 5 songs. Do you know 5? That's the rule, right? You got to name 5 songs.
Rate Me, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Alone? Is Alone one? No. Bleach?
I don't think I can name 5. Now Come As You Are. That's one.
Come As You Are. Bleach is one. All right, so Patrick, you need to be able to name 5 if you are a fan. I'm a fake fan because I'm saying this is my boyfriend's t-shirt.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a Nirvana fan like that. I mean, I like Heroin, you know. Is that close?
Oh my god, the actual drug?
That's what made Nirvana's music Nirvana. You can't have Nirvana without heroin.
Well, transitioning to all right. So we're gonna transition to Patrick's. I wanted to talk about the show last week because it was such a funny, great show. But we've got to talk about that woman coming up because it's just like fun fodder. Also, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been doing stand up? Where are you based out of? And you know, are you working what you're working towards with stand up? So, how long have you been doing stand up? Where are you based out of?
All right. My name is Patrick Golden. I'm from Houston, Texas. I live in Brooklyn, New York. I've been doing stand up for a little bit over 5 years now. And right now I'm just building up the ability to tour. I feel like hitting the road is probably the most direct path to making money as a stand-up comic. And when I first started, I was just doing like random open mics deep in Brooklyn, but now I'm hosting, producing, performing in shows all over the tri-state area, and just like trying to see as much of the country as possible, and then do comedy along the way, and ideally start to make more money from doing that too. But it's been quite the journey. I did not expect from that first open mic it would get this far, to be frank.
I love that. That's really inspirational. All right, so you know the Riot Comedy Club in Houston. I got to get a spot there when I went to Austin in April. Good morning, vulnerability expert. Everyone tuning into the chat. Patrick can't see the chat. I can, so I will read any questions we have for Patrick along the way. You can hit the like button. You could tip us in the Streamlabs tip. We have challenges that we do, Patrick. That if you want to join me, we can. $5 for flexing, $10 for jumping jacks. It's that kind of challenge that we do here on my stream. Look at this.
All right. Bet.
All right. Patrick just said bet. I love it. My daughter does a bet. All right. So that, you know my age when I'm like bet. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. So we got a good
35?
Yeah. 35, honey. My boyfriend is 30. My boyfriend is 36. I am 44 years young. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got a Patrick. All right, so Patrick is here. He's been 5 years. He's from Houston. When did you move to Jersey, New York City area?
I moved to Brooklyn the day before Memorial Day, 2021. I had a friend, he was studying at Brooklyn College, and he's like, yo, I got a room that's open up. You want to come hang out, like crash here for a month? Then I just never left. That's how that shit works, you know?
I think that's great. So you've been here a good 5 years. That's awesome. And what kind of material? Okay, we got a question. What kind of material do you do, Patrick? Or do you like to? Oh, sorry. What kind of material do you like to hit on?
I like running the gamut. I like doing impressions. I like storytelling. I like doing political material. I like blue material. I like doing like physical comedy. I like crowd work. I feel like I like to when I first started, I didn't really know how to blend them all. I felt like it was too awkward, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of combine it all in my performance.
I was trying to make my screen bigger for the group. It's all right. I think that you're very good with picking up off. You took what happened last week very with ease, and I thought that was great. You handled it well. You hyped the crowd up. Um, so okay, so your goal is, and I have a similar reason. Is you want to tour and you want to do stand up full time, and now, have you done the Houston circuit since you're from there? Have you performed at Riot?
Yeah, I've done the Houston circuit, Austin circuit, San Antonio circuit, Boston, Philly, New York, Denver. Those are like and I guess I've done some stuff in Seattle too. Those are like the large urban areas.
What do you choose? What would you prefer? So the Austin scene is everyone's the big debate is whether or not Austin is the place for comedy, or it's first is Austin, then it's New York. Is it New York first, Austin? What's your opinion?
Oh, New York clears Austin easily. I think Austin is really good for one particular lane of comedy that's primarily tied towards Joe Rogan and Kill Tony. And I think that right now, I mean, it's very successful. They call Austin the Hollywood of the South. Some people are saying that. But I think New York, it's way more rooms, way more diverse, and I think you actually get better at comedy. Like I think Austin comedy scene is kind of a bubble, and Austin itself is kind of a bubble. You go there and it's just mainly white dudes. Like I'm just being real, and you don't get that experience when, like you said, when you were in the Bronx with me, you would never find that kind of show anywhere in Austin, Texas.
I definitely don't think I would ever be approached by a Latino woman in Austin like that. I don't know, maybe I did. No, well, I will say I did feel there was a diversity in Austin, and not to play a little devil's advocate, but I'm from this area, so I never like I'm a Jersey girl. I feel like this is my home, but I will say, um, it is like the camaraderie I felt in Austin for these people. Oh, oh, there he is. I did do the sign up. I did the mothership sign up. Uh, I did the banana phone mic show, which if you guys who are
I've done that.
all right, so
That's a wild show.
so tell us about your experience with the banana mic show. That's again, people who are listening I've told them how I did really well on it. I thought it was going to suck. I was last. It was second to last. People were berating people at this point. It's a heckling mic where you get 1 minute to do your set and then they heckle you. But towards the end, you don't even have. They just start heckling you right away. Where I like really inserted myself. I think it was good practice if I do get on Kill Tony, only for the fact of being like being ready and on your feet and gearing everything towards your material. How did the banana phone mic go for you? Did you get to watch your episode?
Nah, I don't even feel like watching my episode, honestly, because they didn't like me because I was the only person that went on stage and I was like immediately combative from the front. I learned that maybe this is me going to be talking shit about Austin right now. I think the Austin comedy scene is full of edgelords that love to give it but can't take it. They're too pussy to take it. And in New York, when I attend heckle shows or roast shows in New York, when someone goes at you, you're supposed to immediately like clap back, go hard. And I found that when I immediately brought that energy, they were like, "What? What? No, this is supposed to be a public humiliation ritual. How dare you do that?" And I just felt like I don't know, they can dish it, but they can't take it. It made me I was kind of surprised. I felt like the New York energy of being like, "Yo, suck my dick." I feel like Austin people are they're too fragile. They're too fragile. They can't handle it. They can say words, but if someone's actually bringing that aggressive energy, they get scared. That's what I learned, honestly. So if anybody's listening to Austin, like, feel free to disagree, but like, come perform comedy in New York. You'll realize that the Austin bubble is not a representation of the world. Sorry, I had to talk my shit. Like I went to UT. I lived in Austin for like 6, 7 years of my life. And Austin after COVID, completely different city. And like I performed in the show there and I literally asked the crowd, like, hey, who here is from Texas? Not a single person raised their hand. And it just made me realize, like, wow, I thought Brooklyn was gentrified until I went to Austin. I don't consider Austin gentrified in the same way, but it's also like, yo, it's like all these people that moved here post 2020 and they're now like, yeah, I'm in Austin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, no, you're in this fake fantasy world you created with a bunch of Kill Tony disciples, and now you're calling it a comedy scene. Like, I don't think that's a bad thing, but let's call a spade, you know?
All right, well, so let's like now. I just talked to you. No, it's all right. It's okay because we talked offline, and he knows I'm very excited about to sign up again for Kill Tony. But I want to talk to you about this. You're from Texas, so you are born and raised in Houston, and so and yeah, you've done the Houston scene, and I think everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think a big part of I want to connect what your opinion is to how I feel like we all should have as comedians. We should in general, people, it's all subjective. We want to have an opinion about a city, about a scene. We can, and we live in America, so we have freedom of speech. Like we can feel a feeling. What I don't like is when people start to cancel each other or, that's like, you can have your opinion, but it doesn't mean I have to or feel a certain way. Like I am very hyped up about signing up and getting a chance to be put in a space where I can move forward in my career. Or not.
I'm not anti-Kill Tony. I think it's an amazing show. Like I don't blame anybody for getting on. If I was free this weekend, I'd probably try to sign up. Like I just think there's a trend of people that move to Austin that their entire goal is just to get on Kill Tony. I met people that moved from Jersey to Austin, no job lined out, living out of their car, signing up for Kill Tony every single week, waiting months just to get on. Like that's like the life choice they make. I find it to be more intriguing than anything else.
So first of all, for some reason our chat keeps going in and out. Anyone in the chat, can you please let me know if everything is coming in clear, because our live went out and then went back in and it's saying I went live. So hang on one second. I just want to make sure everything is. Hold on, and I want to touch upon what you just said because. All right, yeah, it's live. Okay. So I could never uproot. I have a kid, so I could never just like uproot and leave. But for the scene, you have to be able to have material so you're strong. So I think the whole thing is, and also just on a side note, wouldn't it be fucking cool if your show, my show, whatever our show is, our brand, like, got so big that people were moving and living in their cars for our show. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Pretty incredible. It's I would consider it to be an honor, It's like, wow, like really blew up to that point that you're legit changing people's lives that might not even ever be on the show, but they were inspired by the show itself to want to move there. Like that is pretty amazing when you put it like that, I guess.
Yeah, so I think that's what I try to take from the perspective of like whether you're hi Chris, whether you're a Tony Hinchcliffe fan or you're not, or you're you're Kevin Hart, or whatever shows you're watching, people who have made something established with their craft, you gotta at least honor that that's something that I want to get that far. So yeah, I'm just hoping for the best. It's a very small chance, but I'm preparing.
Do you know what you're gonna say? Do you have your 2 minutes, 3 minutes? I was gonna say, do you have your material ready? If you're pulled from the bucket, do you have your your tight 3 minutes or 2 minutes, however long they give you? It might be a minute. I don't.
110%. I got my minute ready, honey. I've been practicing it every fucking day since I decided to audition in the earlier part of this year. However, I've been in spots where I've had to do tight 3s or tight 1s, so I've just been tweaking it. I've been also really practicing my interview questions. I feel like the interview is a way, and my boyfriend has been like watching Kill Tony more than I have. When he first met me, he started watching it because he's like, you said you were in stand-up, so I watched the #1 comedy podcast. And then I was like, well, I just watch clips. And he's like, what? He's like, you should be watching this every day. And then so like I do watch it every. So he's like, we were talking about the interview portion. I don't know if you saw G-Pow on it. You know G-Pow.
Yeah.
I when I was in Austin in April, we had chatted. This is before he got on. He was like saying like the interview portion too. Like you can just bring your material into it somehow. And I didn't realize what my boyfriend was saying. And then I thought back to G-Pow's interview and other people who did really well in the show, how they find a way to put more material into their interview questions. So I've been practicing that as well.
Nah, I think that makes sense. I think like it's an extension of your material. You get, as long as you have the microphone in your hand, you just try to be as funny as you can during that.
And I think that the hardest part will probably be the waiting, because the waiting outside of Madison Square Garden, with clearly you've seen the homeless situation is fucked up back there. Not just the unhoused, like, but just it's dirty. Have you been behind the Madison Square Garden? It's a little crazy. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I've done those like late night walk-bys where I'm taking a train from Jersey. I get up at Penn Station at like 2 a.m, and I'm like, wow, this is like, there's way too much going on. I don't want to be walking around this shit right now.
And everybody is like, 3 cheers. I have a friend. One of my best friends is a NYPD, and like, I'm not a fan of the. I don't do political stuff, but the whole Mandani thing, everyone's like, yeah. I'm like, well, why doesn't he walk around behind Penn Station late at night? Anyway. So, all right, let's talk about the show.
Walk the walk, brother.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't want you wanted everybody to shovel snow. Well, now it's time to start shoveling yourself behind Penn Station.
Yeah, trash grabbers, pick up the needles.
So we did a show in the Bronx, and it was a great fun show. The audience was jovial, but in a bar show, you have, most of the time you're really embedded in the audience. And sure. You were hosting. First, talk about your hosting set. What's the difference between your hosting set and your regular set? Obviously, we do similar jokes in both, like our material. But what would you say is the difference between hosting a show and just having a spot on a show?
Well, when I host, I typically allot time to do a quote set, but rarely is it ever like a normal set if I'm a part of the lineup, because there's an element of like, one, you have to set the tone for the room, and you have to kind of introduce the show to the audience, for lack of a better phrase, and you have to get to know the audience a little bit too. You ideally, the other comics in the lineup will be able to see, based on the host set up top, like, oh, this is the room we're working with, like this is the vibe, this is the energy. I feel like I do more crowd work when I'm a host. I feel like I'm trying to like hype people up a lot more. So it's a different role you have to fill. I think you could still be funny. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you're just like, hello, this is a show. Like, you're still trying to entertain, but you can't really hit that rhythm with your material in the same kind of way. You kind of have to shorten up what you're doing in your set, and then dedicate the rest of the time to kind of just like hyping people up, getting people in the mood, getting people ready to experience comics.
So, yeah, I think that's a great point. You have your set, but you also have the hype room, right? So like maybe a minute on top, 2 minutes on the bottom, or 2 minutes on top, 2 minutes on the bottom, and maybe a minute in between. But yes, correct. I agree with that. I also think, do you think the hosting spot is the bullet spot, or is the person after the host the bullet spot?
I think it depends on how good of a job the host does, frankly. Because there's some hosts, they just go up and they just like talk for like 30 seconds and they get off. But if the host is doing the equivalent length of set time as the first comic on the lineup, then I consider the host to have done the bullet spot.
Great point. I mean, that's always something I've thought about. I'm like, so which one is the bullet? But usually the bullet, for those listening, is the person has gone up first, or taken that first spot, stand-up spot. All right, so now, our show. We were in right by Yankee Stadium, really nitty-gritty, fun bar, good food. And we had, so Patrick was hosting. He was doing a great job, and then I don't know, this woman at the bar started talking shit and getting mad and angry that we were telling jokes.
That's what we learned. She was like drunk out of her mind. At first, I thought she took offense to stuff I said, But then the longer I observed her, she's like, oh no, she's actually just drunk out of her mind. At like 6:30 on a Tuesday or whatever, or Wednesday or whatever the heck. It's like, wow, okay, that's a choice.
And also, I was wondering because I had seen the woman she was with prior to the show, and I was like, "Oh, are you going to stick around for the show?" And she's like, "I don't know, I might." I didn't see that woman come in, but she was getting annoyed, and then she calmed down. Then I went on stage, and I don't know why she was approaching me, but I was like, "Did I say something to offend you?" I didn't say that, but I was like, "What the hell?" I know when I brought up the being dating a lot of Latin men, I don't know if that got her upset, but.
Yeah, I mean, I said I was sleeping with a married woman, and she got kind of freaked out by that. You are a bad person. You are a bad person. I'm like,
I think that's what it was. I think she heard.
I'm not married to this married woman. That's why. Yeah, the reason why it's bad is because the married woman I slept with, I'm not married to her. That's why it's bad. Yes, but I think at first I thought she was really offended by it, and she was like, "Oh wow, I guess she's like a traditionalist or something." I don't know, but no, I think she just like she was hearing the sound from the microphone in her drunk brain and was like, "What? I'm gonna go yell and talk too, because is this my permission to yell myself?" I'm like, "Oh gosh."
Yeah, I think that was also like she was getting close. She started approaching me, and then I was like, oh Jesus! But I tried to stick to. I just remember thinking I don't want to get hit in the Bronx because
You don't want to get Will Smith.
no, I don't want to get Will Smith
Chris
or
Rock.
Chris Rock, and also we were in. Comedy will take you from really great clubs and great experiences to bars in the Bronx where you're really honing your craft and making sure you don't get a beer bottle thrown at your head.
Yeah, I thought she might actually beat me up. I was worried that like she was gonna grab me or something. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to push this lady or something. Like, I've had, I've had stuff where like men have threatened me at comedy shows. Like, I did a spot in Philly one time where like also really drunk audience, and this one dude actually was threatening to beat me up while I was talking to the microphone. But I didn't stop. I almost was like, you know what? I kept digging in further because I don't know. I thought that'd be funny in the moment. It actually made it more scary in the moment, but then it made it really funny to think about afterwards. And people were like, "Yo, I thought you might actually get shot," but that was hilarious. I'm like, all right, then I did my job.
I think that's a great attitude to have because you were actually when I was watching your reaction from the woman, you were like unbothered and sticking to continuing on, which I thought was great and showed professionalism. But I felt the same way as you. I said, well, I'm not in a club situation where there's security. Like the producer guy was very nice, but there was no security. So like I was like at New York Comedy Club, I do spots at New York Comedy Club in Sanford, and there's security, and there is.
Yeah, they'll kick you out they'll be strict. Like they will ask you to leave. But I wouldn't say I welcome hecklers. It's not like I'm just sitting there and be like, yell at me like this is banana phone mic or whatever. But I think I'm not someone that gets really mad when it happens. Like there's some people that they actually like, excuse me, I'm doing my job right now. To me, I almost work off of it. Like you said, so I'll snap back. But obviously if it gets to the point where it's become so disruptive where like I as a host start to worry about like, okay, the other comics aren't gonna be able to have a good time. You're just being annoying. You're just being annoying and like unpleasant at this point. Then that's when I have to like. I think you have to draw a line.
Yeah, no, and to be clear, yes, I agree. I think that you did a good combination of like managing your set and also managing that this woman wasn't going to come up and people weren't going to feel unsafe. She did finally she backed off, but then she got back up again and got in like towards the end of my set, but then they removed her.
Yeah, they kicked her out.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So what happened? Did someone finally say you have to leave? It took a.
Tinder and the producer finally just like kicked her off, and I think she was on a date with her girlfriend. It's like she was like a. Did you know that she was like an older Latina woman on a lesbian date with like a younger black woman, and I guess her partner or whatever just was like, "Yo, like." She seemed kind of drunk too, but she's like, "Hey, I see the writing on the wall. Like this won't end well. It's already not ended well, but it could get worse."
Gosh, okay, it's funny because I now that makes sense because they were together. Yeah. All right. Well, because I was wondering, I'm like, all right, why are you getting so upset? But it was a fun show, And what was the name of the bar again?
Glenroy's Tavern.
And now are you producing? What's next in your lineup for your shows that you want to plug?
So upcoming shows I have are Thursday, August 20th. I'm producing a show in Ridgewood, Queens at Bar Frida, which is like a really cool bar that primarily does a lot of live music, but they reached out to me to do just a one-time pop-up show, so I think that'll be fun. And then I do a happy hour show the last Friday of every single month in Park Slope, Brooklyn. And I was going to produce the shows in the Bronx and Mount Vernon this month too, but some really sad news is that producer we met, I don't know the full specifics, but I think, let's just say someone, a really close family member is passing away. So he's in California right now, so he had to cancel all of his events this month. Which is worse. Nothing's worse than like hearing someone being like, "Oh my god, a parent is passing away." Like that's like I can't. I haven't had that experience yet, so I can only imagine what that's like. But it's like it puts it in perspective. Like, wow, this game. Like you get so sucked into the game of comedy that sometimes you forget. Like, wow, there's like real shit going on around. Like, it's not all fun and games.
That goes to say too with creating from tragedy and trauma and all that stuff. And I created Divorce Diaries based off of my life then, and now I've been divorced for 11 years, shifting a pivot to just my umbrella of my name and creating from that. And yeah, fucking shit happens where you have to like pivot and move, and obviously family is first, you know. So that's but it sounds like you're very busy though, and that's wonderful. We're gonna put where can because we're gonna do rapid fire questions, but first, where can everybody follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Pat Golden Comedy. So Pat, short for Patrick, Pat Golden, Goldn Comedy on Instagram, and I always share flyers for upcoming shows. Come see me perform. I got a lot of spots coming up in New York, Brooklyn, performing in Delaware later this month, Newark, New Jersey later this month. So stay tuned.
Newark, New Jersey, baby. Now wait, I love it because that's where I'm close to. Newark. I want it. So do you go back? How often you go back to Texas to do comedy?
Usually, I kind of combine it when I'm visiting my family. So I was there in July, beginning of July, and then I'll be back there in August. But I think in August I'll be doing spots in Houston and Dallas. I'm excited. I haven't done the Dallas comedy scene yet, and I curious what that will be like.
Okay, so when you were and then now, so in Austin, have you signed up for Kill Tony or you never signed up?
I've never even attempted to sign up for Kill Tony. Like when I was in, I've just never had the opportunity because when they came to MSG last year, I had spots, I had shows in Jersey both nights. And then same thing when they're coming right now. I have spots lined up. And then both times I've done comedy in Austin, I wasn't in Austin on the Monday. Like it was on other days of the week. So it's like I've never even had the opportunity to do it, I guess.
Well, you never know. The next time you're in Austin, you should try it. I do believe that. I think again, it's all up to what we put ourselves in that bucket, literally and figuratively. I want to try to do a live stream show of this, like my live stream live on stage. So I'm working that out. I think my first one's gonna be on my birthday, so because then I want to have a lot
What
of.
does that mean? So like you'll like be sitting and like with a microphone while interviewing someone or something? So the idea would be you're on a stage, you're holding your microphone, and then you're just like interviewing someone else on stage, and that's the setup, and it'd be live streamed.
Yeah, so my goal would be to have a show of stand-ups, like do maybe 2 minutes, and then we do a quick either interview or one of my challenges, which is you can't see it, but flexing, jumping jacks, egg balance, plank and tell a joke. Like I have all that kind of shit that we do on here. We do high kicks. I do high.
Wow,
I know.
that was flexible.
So it would be something that we connect from the live stream daily, but in a show. And I've been wanting to I'm thinking that's where I'm like, because I did Divorce Diaries for so long and now I'm kind of just umbrellaing it. Yo, Zach's on the chat too. I was thinking of changing my show to really extend it off the live stream. So yeah, that's the idea. But
do you ever worry what would happen if you got using still name?
So Patrick just asked a question because I'm still dealing with my sound share. I'm going to unmute him and then he's going to ask that again. Hold on.
All right. Michelle, if you got married again, would you have to change the name of your show, or would it still be Divorce Diaries? Like, is a second marriage included in the divorce package?
So that is a great question. If I ever got, first of all, I definitely think I'm just expanding past Divorce Diaries. So I don't think I'd ever change it because I made it. But my brand is now just going to be Michelle Traina. And so in other words, like Michelle Traina's the umbrella. I had Divorce Diaries. I've hosted What's Up New York. I will continue to do other things under the umbrella of Michelle Traina. So I changed my YouTube to my name, and I'm going to slowly be doing that on all my social media, which is hard for me because I've built something for so long. But like, ironically, I've been having this talk with my boyfriend about it because he's like, it's gotten you so far, but like, you did that. Like, you're the person in charge. So if I ever get married again, maybe I'll make a marriage diary show.
I can't wait to meet my second wife.
Wait a minute, hold on. Have you been married before?
No.
I asked him if he wanted to get married, by the way, guys. Sorry.
I don't think I have to. I don't believe my life would be fucked. Well, here's the thing. My parents split when I was young, like when I was a little kid. So I grew up always with this idea of like, oh, all right, I don't believe in this Hollywood entertainment bullshit version of it. It's like shit does not work out like we planned. So I never was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna meet my soulmate, blah blah blah. I'm like, ideally, I meet someone I really vibe with, and if we want to get married, then like let's save shit on taxes. I don't really know, like, but I don't think I have to.
I just want to let my boyfriend know. Do we save things on taxes if we get married to each other?
That's what I'm saying. Might as well. Green card marriage. Maybe I'll marry some like Filipino chick I paid $500 for. I don't know. That's fucked up, baby. True. People do that. That's why it's fucked up.
All right. So I'm going to do some rapid fire questions with Patrick. Zach McMahon just said in the chat, Pat, get me on another show, dog.
All right, dog. Hot dog. Watch this. Shouldn't you be at work, bro?
No, I love that everybody tunes in. I'm sorry for the echo because I'm going to fix this whole thing with the sound with the microphones. But again, follow Pat in the comments. I put his Instagram and I'll put it in the description. But all right, here we go, rapid fire. So, if you could open for any living comedian today, who would it be?
Any living comedian today, I would say. That's a good one. I'd say Shane Gillis.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yes, Patrick. Okay, who do you think? I would say Chris Stefano. That's my go-to. All right, what venue? If you could perform at any venue on this planet, from a small comedy club to a theater to arena, which venue would it be?
It'd be a comedy show at Temple Mount in front of the Western Wall in Old City, Jerusalem. Clean comedy show, and half the lineup's Palestinian, half the lineup's Jewish.
That's great. Good morning, Okie Grower. You got some of our mods in the chat. All right. Is there? All right. I'm gonna ask New York City-based venue. Would you prefer Madison Square Garden? What would you choose? Performing at Madison Square Garden as an opener or being a regular pass to the Comedy Cellar?
Regular pass at the Comedy Cellar. That's just more spot. I think you would actually end up seeing maybe more people if you're a regular. If you're performing like 5 times a week for like 10 years, I think you'll see more people than that just one MSG performance.
We have the Grand Ole Opry. Laugh my ass off. JK. Someone said they would. The Grand Ole Opry. Okay.
Where is that? I've heard of that. Where in the city is the Grand Ole Opry?
No, I think it's Nashville, right? The Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
I thought we were talking New York. Oh, yeah. Grand Ole Opry.
But
Red Rocks. I think it'd be cool to perform Red Rocks in Colorado. Would that be fun?
All right, so you have now. What is there somebody?
US Congress. I would want to do a stand-up set in the Congress building.
Okay, all right, I love that. If you could be the face of any product, like how Kevin Hart has been the face of like Chase and all these other things, what would be the product or the experience you could be the face of?
Coca-Cola, easy. Coca-Cola.
I love that. Is Coca-Cola, like I make Bustelo every morning. So like that's my thing. I would want to be Bustelo, but like that Coca-Cola, have you always drank Coca-Cola?
Yeah, I've been a Coke addict my whole life. No, but truly, I love soda. I think Coca-Cola, I know it's bad for you, but fuck it. A lot of things are bad for you. And you know what? I think it's brought more joy to my life than pain. So I'll rep Coca-Cola every day.
Oh, I love that. All right, what's your writing process? Do you do it every day? Or do you have a moment of the day you do it? What is your writing routine?
Every day, primarily on the notes apps on my phone. Or sometimes I'll do voice notes, and a lot of it's just like on the subway, traveling between places.
I am a big notes person. Do you run your set in addition to writing?
I mean, I run my set at open mics. That's kind of how I treat open mics. I treat open mics as kind of the laboratory. Like when I first started doing comedy, I treated open mics as like, oh, this is my performance. This is the show. I'm gonna get discovered here. Whereas like, I now I'm like, no, I'm going to this open mic because I want to try this particular new tag and the way that I say this joke. I want to see how people receive it, how people think of it. So I view it as kind of like a place to tinker parts of my act.
I love that. I think that's an important. Mics are a place to tinker and tweak and revise, and then also try new stuff out. Do you? I mean, I've asked this question to comics that have come on here before, but ultimately, if you get bumped at a show for a big name, most of us are like, it's fine, it's a big name. But if you get bumped on a show for the booker's friend, how do you feel about it?
I think it comes with the territory. I think at the end of the day, like if I don't have the clout to be like, at the end of the day, the booker is doing me a favor by booking me, and if they bump me for a friend, then that's just like part of the shtick. You know, you got to deal with it. You know.
Good attitude. I love that. Do you think is there one? Do you think there's a too, like, what's the number you think is too much for a stand-up show? Like, I'm a fan of the 4 tops for a comedy show because I feel like people start to get lost after that. Now, I know we had more on your show, but I'm saying, do you have that? Because I've had comics where there's like 20 people. Do you have
I think a show shouldn't be long. I think the ideal length of a comedy show is between 1 to 1.5 hours. I don't think it should be longer than that. And you can kind of chop that up however you want. You want to do like a headliner, a feature, a host, or maybe it's just like a host and a headliner doing an hour, or maybe you want to book like, I don't know, 6 to 8 people that are doing 10 minutes each. Like, I feel like but as long as it doesn't go beyond that, because I think people just either their attention starts to get fried, or it's just like it becomes not fun. It becomes this long, like, just slough. I don't know, you know.
I think 90 minutes is a good point where you're like, all right, this is wrap show. That's a great point. So you don't have to really give a number of comics, but you keep it to that tight time. Okay, and then let's say finally, do you have any kind of like ritual or routine you do before you go on stage?
Going back to like the Coca-Cola stuff, I think just having like a soda before I go on stage, or just like, you know, I actually like to not think about comedy, like distract my mind with other stuff. Like I actually do better when I go on stage if I'm worrying about work or like my dating life. it's almost like I want to like make another worry become the forefront of my anxiety heading into the set, and not let comedy be that anxiety, because comedy is supposed to be the release from the anxiety. I never want fear of a set to be the thing that is at the top of my mind, you know?
I like that. I'm actually the opposite. I don't like, not that I want to fear comedy, but if I have a problem in my personal life, it distracts me from being on stage. So I try to write material about my own issues to filter out my anxiety through the comedy. So, but yes, I think that's a great point of like trying to distract yourself from just like staying that helps you stay focused. That's fucking amazing. We have one more question in the chat. Do you smoke?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's like New York City. People don't drink anymore. We've replaced that with weed. That's like the new. Well, yeah, you're older. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Nah, I'm. What? This isn't like high school diaries. This is divorce diaries. No, man. Yeah, of course I smoke weed. What do you think I am, a chud? What's going on? You gotta. This world is too. This world is fucked up. You need to light up to get through this shit. Sometimes, you know. I'm not high right now, though. I would say I smoke weed recreationally, but I used to smoke weed every day, but I don't smoke weed every day no more.
All right, so we have in the chat, one of my moderators is a weed grower and says, I like this guy a lot.
Wow, yeah, send me some free weed. Give me some Give me some of that shit where you gotta blow the torch on the freaking thing and you're like, you go to fucking Mars with Elon Musk and stuff.
I always have the joke of that I'm so high strung that a cannabis farmer would be scared for me to breathe on their crops because I'm so nervous, and I would ruin the entire crops of weed. See, I don't even know how to say it right.
COVID gig I had is I worked briefly at a CBD farm and I harvested it, and it was the smelliest I've ever been. It was like the equivalent of working at a fish shop. Like, you think it would be cool, and then you're like, wait, I actually just reek of weed. And not like weed from smoking, but like you just have the wax on the leaves on your body, and you're like, oh my god! Like I literally had to throw away all the clothes. Any auto clothing I wore harvesting cannabis is burned. It's like gone. It's in a trash can in the DMV area right now, probably.
Wait, I think it's great. I think that that was a great joke, Patrick. This isn't a high school diaries. By the way, this is why I got to change my name on my Google Meet to Michelle Traina, but my email's still Divorce Diaries. I got to fucking change it, right? Okie Grower says, send Michelle an address. I put Patrick's Instagram is again in the chat. I just posted it again. This has been such a great interview. Patrick, I'll have you back on again. I'm sorry I won't see you this weekend at Kill Tony, but again, just tell everybody again where you can buy tickets. Oh wait, we have another question. George Willow says, what tips do you have for Michelle? I'm assuming in comedy.
What tips do I have for Michelle? I'd say keep doing it. Like someone actually slid into my DMs on Facebook the other day. Old acquaintance from high school that I guess had just been like creeping on my Facebook and following my comedy career, and is like, yo, I've really been interested in doing comedy. Like, how do I start it? I think it's literally you just start it and you keep doing it. And people are like, well, how do you get better? How do you get better? It just naturally happens. And I think you have to challenge yourself. Like, it's one thing if you go to the same open mic at the same venue over and over and over again. That's not how you get better. But if you're like going to new venues, you're trying out new things, you're improving upon what you're doing, which it's not even something you have to think about. It just kind of happens the more you do it. It's like similar to the live stream. Like, how many people were watching your live stream the first time you did it, right? How many technical issues did you have the first time you did it? And now look where you are right now. You've like started to really grow something. I think that, and it probably wasn't even like something I had to think too deeply about because it was like kind of brick by brick, inch by inch, you know? So it's just like, that's how you build. I've learned like, that's really how you build. I mean, some people, they get like fucking 1 million followers in TikTok in a day, but that's not the average human being. The average human being, whether it's a business, a career in entertainment, just piece by piece, you know?
Compound pounding, and thank you. Yes, that is true. My actual daughter said that the other day. She said, Mommy, remember when you first started your YouTube? She goes, 3 years ago, you had 1,000. I don't know how she remembered this. 1,000 subscribers, and now look at you. And I was like, what you. That means a lot. I'm trying to lead by example with my kids, so I'm glad she's seeing it. Okie Grover says this guy should be a life coach. Patrick, maybe you should start another business.
That is from my day job. I do consulting, so
you're a consultant. I love it. So, all right.
I run my own business. I'm an entrepreneur. Like legit, I don't work a 9 to 5. Everything I do in my life right now, I'm running it, and it's very empowering.
Wait, I love that.
I pay all my own money. I pay all my own bills. I'm not having stuff handed to me by a boss. Like, I am the boss.
Okay, that was a fun fact I didn't know about you. So you have your own consulting business. What do you consult on?
These days, a lot of it is like implementing AI. It's the world. It's the world of AI, and I also do video. I do video editing too.
I freaking love that. Okay, that's amazing. Patrick, this has been a great time. Thank you so much for coming on. Go see and watch Patrick, and we'll be back on tomorrow morning. I'm gonna have Patrick say his final words before I change to our next scene, and I say goodbye to you on the Google.
All right. My parting message to you all. Shout out first off to Michelle. If you're not subscribing to Divorce Diaries, you better hit that button right now. Send me some money. Watch Tony this weekend, because I feel like your name will get pulled from that bucket. And then next time you'll be on this, there'll be like 50K people tuning into your stream. So shout out to being a real one. Michelle's been hustling. I met her on a show in Staten Island. No, actually, I met you at the dojo and then I saw her in Staten Island. I see you in the Bronx. Michelle's zooming all over. So like, it's been an honor being with you, and like, keep doing your thing.
You're amazing. And yes, it's now Michelle Traina. So follow Michelle Traina. You can also follow Divorce Diaries, but it is the umbrella of, it's now where I've kind of shedding the skin of divorce. Thank you, Patrick.
Thanks, you too. Peace.
Sorry, I muted myself. I still have to fix this kink with the Google Meet and I tried to take the microphone off, and it just, I got to work on that today, because you should be able to hear me now, but when I'm using Google Meet, John had told me to take out the microphone from the webcam. However, I can't. It removes it from the entire source of both scenes. So I have to play with that, because tomorrow I'm having Mike Cannon on. I learned a lot about Patrick, by the way, in this interview. I didn't know he was a consultant for that and video editing. So he really does have, I didn't know all that. And also, I didn't know he was from Texas. I probably should have known. At some point, he probably did tell me. But happy to see that he's doing, he's hustling too. And I think that mentality of being an entrepreneur and doing your own thing, in addition, like, why. I asked my daughter, I was like, do you think mommy has poured her heart and soul into Divorce Diaries? And she's like, no, you also were doing Prop Box Players, which is my theater company for children. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I have been so focused on all different things within the world of performing that I really this is it. This is stand up, baby. 100% all in the last couple months, and keep going. Obviously, I don't think Okie Grover liked this, but I'm still going to say, we got this as our challenge menu. I think it's a good idea, but sorry. Fucking A, man. All right. So Patrick's a cool guy. You can follow him on Instagram. I put that up there. I have a meeting actually at 11 o'clock, so I have to get off soon. But I don't even know if I don't know what was happening with the chat either. We got to 59, got 60 likes here. All right. So tomorrow we have Mike Cannon coming on. If Mike works with Chris Stefano, he has his own. Let's say, thank you again for coming on, Patrick. This is not Twitch. You're not a cam girl. Well, I will be using my phone this weekend because I'll be streaming. I will get better at it. I like music. I think that using Streamlabs has helped me. I actually think it does make the production value of the interviews a lot better. And I do like the way, I do think it makes it more professional. I think it'll get there. Let's see. I know you don't like the music. By the way, where were you guys on Twitch last night? I was there talking about the stand up and Kill Tony. I got a spot at Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm definitely going to stream. I'm going to stream at Kill Tony. However, I have to also make sure I have enough juice in the phone, right? So Friday I'll be streaming, Saturday I'll be streaming. I'll be part of the process. They might tell us not to stream in the Madison Square Garden, which I know they will tell us not to. But on the line, fuck yeah, 100% yes. I'm going to be streaming. Very excited. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tomorrow we have Mike Cannon, and tomorrow's the day. I don't know what I'm wearing either, so we gotta figure that out. Maybe I'll do a video of what should I wear for Kill Tony day 1. Love you guys. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for tuning in.